Hey guys, it's been a little while since we've got a chance to play with this, but it's just turned winter in Australia, so that frees up the time that I can spend a bit more time on this. You'll know this is my baby STX-310. Last time we were playing around with the fuel pump. Well, that turned out to be a success. There'll be the video prior to this. We got ample fuel pressure, ample flow. The thing's hauling butt. This time round we've been playing with a bit of prop work, things like that. There's a couple of short videos that'll come up after this. We're still doing more, and on top of the STX-310 project, we've got a couple other projects out the back there. I'm building a engine combination for a good friend of mine over in America, John from Performance Fiberglass. He's got a step hull Ultra. We're going to really get that thing flying. It's a really neat job actually. It's got a step at the back of the hull, obviously via the name. The guy's a real cool dude, but he can only, same as me, we can only do so much as the free time that we have, but we'll get that thing going as well. This time round, you'll see in the videos I'm running a link. I don't normally talk speed and things like that. I like to sort of keep this along the lines, but I'll give you a bit of a rundown on what we've done. You'll see in the coming videos, because what I do if I'm just doing something, I'll just grab and film a bit and I'll just keep it on the camera for storage for times like today. I put bigger M8 bolts in the front of the intake grate, and I managed to score an old R&D intake grate, and you can see it's a top loader, but it restricts some of the flow, but it sends it up to the top of the pump. I believe that'll work for what I need it to do. I've reached out to Glenn to see if if those moulds are still around. If they are, then I'll discuss with him. Otherwise, I might make a kspeed one or something that'll just based on pressures that I'm getting out of the pump tunnel. I can make an intake grate to suit what I need it to do. Have a watch of the videos and see if you like them. There'll be more coming. This ski is awesome. If you ever ride in the ocean, the Ultra is by far the best. Like in rough water, nothing beats that Ultra hull. It is just phenomenal. But if you're playing around in 1 to 2 foot chop, rivers, lakes, smaller fun thing, this dead set is the best ski I own. It's phenomenal to have that. We were making a brake. This ski was originally going to come out with a brake. I'd already tipped in several $1000s to make a brake, and then I got the tap on the shoulder saying that don't do that. Kawasaki has got something inbound. So this originally would have come out with a brake on it. So when the new kit comes, I'll probably put a brake on this. I've already got the actuator assembly already. Obviously I'll make my own ride plate, and I'll see if I can convert a brake onto my baby as well. I guess I'll answer the question that pretty much everyone has asked me, and I keep dodging it. I'll tell you. When I first built this thing, I built this thing as factory standard, and the thing did 67 mile an hour. And it would do that all day. Like with the factory limiter, it kicked in, it worked exactly how it should be. So this was 67 mile an hour. We put the kspeed stage 1 onto it, and it come in pretty much bang straight up to about 77, just on 78 mile an hour. And I ran that in that configuration for a couple of years. Right now we've put a pulley on it, so I'll tell you what's in it, like what it's doing right now. I'm running a 16-pound boost logged on the link. It's a flat 16-pound boost. This ski is turning 8,180 RPM at about 83 mile an hour. I've hit 85, but it pretty much constantly 82, 83 mile an hour at that sort of RPM. So the RPM is still quite down. We've got a fair bit of movement in that. and it's just sitting there doing it easy. The timing's safe, the AFR's safe, just happy. If you ever do see me out and about on this thing, by all means get in and have a ride. Look, this thing's great. I've decided today to have a bit more play on my baby, the STX-310LX. We get a bit of data out of this. I run a Link Thunder in here, fully option Link Thunder, controls the computer. So I run O2 sensor, I log all the sensors. I've got a pump tunnel pressure sensor down there. We're starting to get up in the speed out of this thing, which is great, it's lovely. So we're now down playing with, because I didn't like the pressures that we're starting to see in the pump tunnel. That one is the factory intake grate. This one here is a well-known brand. Gary makes good gear. And this one here is an R&D that I was able to source. That's the old style they used to run early in the STXs. I need to restrict the water that's going into the pump tunnel because the pressures, I don't like seeing the pressures, and I've also bored out the exit nozzle. So I'm probably going to go with this one because it's a little bit more restrictive on the intake, and then I've got more on the out, and see what speed numbers we can come up with now. Another thing I chose to do in interest of self-preservation, I elected to drill out the intake grate bolts from the M6 that they come factory with to M8. You can get a lot more strength on the M8s, and I'd much rather trust that happening. The M6 is for the ride plate, happy with that. Alright, so here's the finished product. I've got to clean up obviously, but that's the intake grate fitted with the modified ride plate to suit the intake grate, and we've got the 85mm. You can't see it, the light can't see it. We bored that out to 85 and see how that goes. So hopefully now we'll be a lot safer and get some good numbers. Wish me well.